So let me begin with the inaugural session. If you see, the Indian chemical industry has faced a significant headwinds from a prolonged global down cycle driven by Chinese overcapacities, dumping, and due to lower demand in key Western markets. Navigating the prolonged global down cycle and shifting geopolitics require a strategic pivot for the Indian chemical sector. Moving beyond traditional cost cutting, firms must build resilience through backward integration, targeted M&As, digital integration, and green chemistry to capture higher market share. The inaugural panel explores how Indian chemical companies can navigate these immediate profitability pressures with structurally restructuring their operations, supply chain, and product portfolios to build long-term resilience. Let me begin the inaugural session with a presentation from my side. So the topic that we have chosen is React, Create, and Innovate. So when 9 to 10 months back, when we were planning for this Next Gen 6th edition, we thought that this would be the appropriate topic after a lot of deliberations in the editorial team. So the logic behind it was a 3-step blueprint for modern chemical advancement, focusing on sustainable practices and disruptive technologies. And this acts as a guiding narrative to align research, industry scaling, and commercialization. So at that point of time when we were thinking about it, it was React. So this focuses on the thought process of the industry's need to react rapidly to global market shifts, supply chain vulnerabilities, and tightening environmental regulations. And also proactively by implementing inherently safer chemistry, reducing derivatives, and utilizing green catalyst. At that point of time, we were not aware about Iran and Israel war. And you are all aware the consequences that the chemical industry had to face, whether it was feedstock or whether it was supply chain part of it. Let's move to the second part, which is the create part. So here, the focus was on creating novel materials from renewable feedstocks and stabilizing closed-loop systems to minimize waste. And the second was fostering a culture where entrepreneurs and researchers can build and scale new biochemical products. Let's move to the third part, which is the innovate part. So here, applying automation, artificial intelligence, and digital twins to accelerate reaction optimization and process modeling, and also for the process analysis so that we can get better results. So driving this massive long-term industry transformation, such as scale-up of mega plants for green hydrogen or zero-carbon manufacturing and alternative fuels. So this was what we thought of 9 to 10 months back. So I wanted to show you the present reality, what is happening globally. Globally, increased geopolitical tensions, and I think this will keep on increasing. We thought that one war was sufficient, whether it was Russia-Ukraine war, but we will see many of those coming up, and we have to be resilient in that direction. Chinese overcapacities, we always crib about it, but this is the reality. We can't do much. Only what we can do is, in sectors where they are not present, we have to increase the capacities as fast as possible. Feedstock security. Every country was affected because of the Middle East crisis. And so we have to become more redundant, or we have to see for more countries where we can get the feedstock. Supply chain disruptions is also there. Currency fluctuations, you have already seen. It is about what we can say, Trump and the family making money from each, what we can say, market going down. Whenever they want to make money, they act in a particular manner, being a businessman, and they are not looking at a long-term future of America or the other countries. Green chemistries is one thing where a lot of co-innovation, where a lot of hand-holding would be required, and that's how the future looks like. So, this was the reality that I thought of explaining to you globally. So what do we do on the create part? And what should Indian chemical companies do? They have to increase capacities, and we have been reporting on the capex additions by each and every company on a regular basis through our portal, Indian Chemical News. Focus on diversified supply chain portfolio. So one crisis was not enough. The second crisis exposed our supply chain portfolio, and we have to diversify in a way that it does not get affected. Increase focus on green chemistries. Godrej is doing it in a bigger way, but there are other companies who also need to focus in such a way that they have an entire portfolio of green chemistries moving forward. Dwell on specialty chemistries, and these are the sunrise sectors, whether it is semiconductor, solar battery, electronics, medical devices, and composite materials. Creating feedstock redundancy is also very important. And for all these to happen, you have to have a digital dashboard so that you can manage and maintain your cost at the same time. On the innovate part, new product focused on sustainability. This is a big area where everybody is focusing on, and one who can bring products at a faster scale will be the winner at the same time. Strengthen collaboration between industry and academia. We are seeing glimpses of that, but that is not enough. Because if we are planning to focus on only 0.6% of our revenue for R&D, the only way we can do is by collaboration so that we can, this is you can call it a low-costo model, which is the low-cost model of doing R&D, where everybody comes together, everybody does their own bit. Some comes from the government side, some from the private side, and that's how you are able to. In the same way, our satellite designs are on a cheaper cost vis-a-vis other countries. So we can do the same satellite model in the chemical sector also. Increase spend on innovation, which is very much required. So at least from 0.6, we can look at 1%. Rather than, so if we are able to innovate one new molecule per year or two new molecules per year, I think that will be enough to increase your top line as well as bottom line. Lab to factory floor. Here, academia and industry needs to work together because a lot of labs products are not getting commercialized because of lack of talent or because of industry knowledge. Acquiring new technologies. There are a lot of new technologies which are coming up because of the climate change, because of new diseases which are coming up, because of new things which are coming up. So all these require new technologies which will be helpful in the future. And definitely, we have started seeing some glimpses of global partnerships, Indian companies tying up with Indian companies tying up with multinationals. So these are the things which will definitely move forward. So these are the galaxy of speakers that we would be having in this two-day conference. So we thought nobody was focusing on this sector, so industry and academia. So we thought that we would be the first ones to focus on this. So we have combined chemical as well as pharma. We also have a pharma portfolio by the name Indian Pharma Post. And chemical and pharma work very complementing to each other. So the reason was because a lot of chemical companies also have a pharma portfolio. So we thought of doing them together, and this event that we are doing on October 27 to 28 at Courtyard by Marriott, Bombay. And the topic that we have chosen is innovation, digital transformation, and sustainability. A lot of you may not be knowing that we released the first edition of Hydrogen Industry Outlook during January, during India Energy Week. We want to come up with the second edition also during the same time frame. Let me also thank our partners, country partner, Business Sweden, Flanders Investment and Trade, principal partner DCM Shriram Chemicals, platinum partner Premier Tech, gold partners Dur, GFL, Indo Borax and Chemicals Limited, Port of Antwerp Bruges, Revity Signals, Superform, banking partner DBS, HSE partner Netradyne, associate partners Epsilon, Fankun, Godavari Biorefineries Limited, Sarthak AI, and supporting partners Caliber, Excel, and JM Bakshi Marine Services. Just a slide on what is our progress. So we are at a page views of 240,000, users of 102,000, newsletters goes to 59,000 daily, Monday to Saturday, and LinkedIn followers, we are the highest in the industry. We are not comparing chemical companies, but in the sector that we are prospering, which is inclusive of the associations also, we are at 90,250. And the open rate for our newsletter is 30%, and the click rate is around 8%. So with this, I thank you for listening to my presentation. There is a short presentation on the chemical industry outlook when we release when we launch it. So thanking you.